Here's my explanation of how this Salus 300 series thermostat unit works. First off, it's a wireless thermostat. It's a pretty old beat up thing as well, and it's mounted on this square industry standard shaped back plate with 2 screws. The back plate is mounted to the wall and the thermostat clips over it like that, and then you've got to fasten these screws, and that gives you your fixing to the wall. It can also be mounted on a stand like that. Okay, like I said, this is quite an old design and it's no longer for sale, but you might bump into a few. It's pretty straightforward, it's very simple to use. Increases the up temperature, so it's now set to 21. The current room temperature is 20, so that will be creating a demand. The display shows that the batteries are pretty worn out. It also shows a flame signal going up. That will be going to the receiver. The receiver will be bringing on the heating, or you can turn it down. There's no time control with this one. Your time control is done by a separate timer elsewhere in the wiring. We've got a button to light it, which no longer works, and a button to start the frost function. If you look there, you can see the flashing snowflake. If you ask what the machine's doing, 5 degrees, so that's set to frost mode now. We can turn that off to clear it. The common things that go wrong with these edge units break down, and the receivers break down. The relays pack up in the receivers. Also, the batteries commonly go. Okay, so to change the batteries, you would move that like that. Okay, it's worth noting that the moment you've done that, the unit is going to lose power, because that is the continuation of the circuit. You've got about 20 seconds to change your batteries. Okay, there's a reset button there as well. So if you need to reset it for any reason, and I'll go into why you might need to do that, and then you can slide this back on. It's quite tricky. A few of my customers have struggled with that and lost the heating, just purely because they couldn't put this door back on. On the back, we've got the span. Yeah, so we've got either 1 degree or half a degree. We've got the frequency. And we've got the jumpers. 5 to 1. So what they are is your frequency is fixed, but the code that it sends down can be changed. So by removing a particular jumper, okay, so I've removed number 3, I would then go to the receiver unit and flick switch 3 up, and that would then send a different signal down the line, and the receiver would connect to pick it up. But after you've reset the jumper, you do need to press the reset button on the front I showed you a few seconds earlier, which is under the battery panel. These are, there's the little jumper if you ever. This is an old unit that's been decommissioned. It's been rattling around in my van for ages. That's hence the reason it's in pretty poor condition. I'm not even sure if it works. I must have kept it for a reason. Can't think what that is. I'll remedy that situation by chucking it in the bin in a few minutes. So that's it really. So that's your 300 series Salus wireless thermostat, and all it does is it brings the boiler on. It's just a switch really, so it brings the boiler on if the temperature drops too low, but your timer has to be on for it to come up the line to turn this on. Not really explained that quite clearly enough, have I? So this is part of the system. So this is the thermostat, which is basically an on-off switch. So when the room gets too cold, it makes the switch. electricity goes through this, but the switch inside your boiler, which is the time switch, needs to be made as well before your boiler will fire. If either of those two switches are broken, the circuit won't fire up and you won't have heating. Right, so I'm still not sure if that's any better of an explanation, but like, comment and subscribe if you find this video useful, and give me some feedback, and I'm happy to explain further in comments any points that may have not been clear.